Hey guys, how you guys doing? It is on back with another video, and today we're gonna take a look at a very important game-changing update. Okay, so
The fact that it's so quiet feels like it's gotta be like it's like the worst news ever.
well, MapleStory did have a live stream. The head director Kam Won-gi himself, as well as the KMS director Kim Jong-soo himself, went out and actually talked about this update. Okay, Cube will no longer be able to purchase in the cash shop. They will change to Mesos. Alright, so no more using cash, is all in Mesos. That's a TLDR over here. Okay, so there are some game-changing updates over here, like very important game-changing updates. So I suggest you guys to watch this video fully, okay, before judging. So,
Oh, I'll probably have to boost
but
this quite a
I'm
lot.
gonna stress this one first, because I know a lot of GMS players, Maple C, Taiwan, Japan players might be a little bit confused whether this will be coming in your server or not. We don't know. We don't have any info about this, but from what
Probably
they
not.
did the past few months and years by changing the cubes, all right, they changed to the individual cubes. There was a reason for that, and
Per
this
region,
was
yeah.
the reason, right? Nobody knows until today, right? This was the reason, right? They planned for all this already. Okay, so I don't think this is gonna affect overseas.
I don't know if they planned this, but they planned for the contingency, I think. I don't know if they were planning to do it, but they were probably doing it as a possible reaction in case they felt like it was necessary, right? And it's easier to just change the cubes. If every region has different cubes, then you can be like, oh no, they're different. Look, they have different names and everything.
Servers, but don't quote me on that because there was no black and white stating that. Okay, so now KMS changes, the most important one. What they talk about in this video, okay? They have been thinking a lot about the responses of the Maplers, the customers, and they have been trying very hard for the past few years to change. But they were able to gradually improve everyone's feedback, but they also were ashamed of their past decision, right? Every choice they made were not considering about the players' feedback. We apologize for that, and this will never happen again. Okay, and they think about what they will implement, and they understand that small improvements are not enough to gain back the trust of the customers, the players, right? So
Feels like they. Well, that's gonna be super loud then. Feels like they have to say that like every 3 weeks.
Time to turn Reboot
they realize
server,
that they have to fundamentally change up the game
I
for the
don't want
trust.
that.
So during this live stream, right, they are
No
gonna tell you
B-pod
about
cubes.
the changes.
Ugh.
So now they're gonna talk about the directions and all the changes. Okay, first things first, they will not sell cubes anymore. Okay, re-rolling cubes
Wait, yes, they will.
will
Just for
be
Mesos, right?
using Mesos. So everyone's play time will be more valuable. And as I mentioned, that cubes are a big part of their profit, but it causes customers and users to actually lose trust in them. So they believe that by gaining back the trust, by changing how the usage of cubes, right, there will be no more red cubes. All right, everything will be black and white cubes over there. There is no changes to down spec or anything, no. So everything will still remain, right? We're gonna take a look at the cube over here, right? They have a chart over here talking about the cube. So this is basically how the cube cost over here. Of course, this is based on KMS cost. All right, as you can see, the level over here at the top over here is basically for
level of the item.
Black cubes. Okay, this is for additional. Alright, this is for white cubes or white add-on cubes over here. As you can see, the Meso differences over here, and this is from rare, epic, unique, and legendary. Okay, depending on the rank. Okay, 250 to 300 equipments will cost 60 mil to actually cube one legendary item over there. Of course, the rest is over here. Right, for one cube over here. So these are basically the costing table over here for the new cube over here for costing. So it will only be black and white cubes. Okay, so there will no spec down over here. Basically, you can choose between before or after. No more red cubes, Okay, only black and white cubes. All right. So that's for the cube changes
Spec
over
down?
here.
What does that
These
mean?
are very, very important. Yeah. So yeah, they make Vessel very valuable. Now, they are also gonna change out how much Meso you can actually earn per day. Okay. So this is basically on the base Meso over here. This table you are seeing is basically the base. All right. So after you multiply, it will be more, of course, depending on your Meso rate over here. Okay, so this is basically the base rates. Do take note.
Of course, because they still want people to spend all their money getting Meso obtained. So comparatively, Meso obtained is going to be even more valuable now because you're going to have a limited amount of Meso that you can multiply. So over that, you're getting full multiplication. So if anything, you're even more incentivized to, because this is going to be per account, right? Not per character. So you're going to have to, they're going to want you to get like near your max Meso and then move. What is that? This is like 2 bill? No, that's not 2 bill because they use like 4. Well, maybe they used.
So what does the base rates mean?
Oh no, they're using 3
here,
commas here.
So at level 199, level 1 to 99, it is 20 mil. 100 to 199 is 40 mil. Okay.
Wait, that's how much? 20 mil? So it's a quarter of a cube? Okay.
200 to 259 is 80 mil plus every 5 levels above 200, you get extra 5 mil. Okay, that's the cap.
Wait. Hang on, can I go back?
Every 5 levels above 200, you get extra 5
Wait.
100 to 199 is 40 mil. Okay.
It's 40 mil? What?
200 to 259 is 80 mil plus every 5 levels above 200, you get extra 5 mil. Okay, that's the cap. 260.
80 mil plus 5 per level. So up to 60, 380 mil mesos per day. What is this, like a half an hour? Oh, no. Okay, yeah. So that's base amount, right? So we get that. Wait, hang on. So that's like 3 hours then. Because we have the 6x. You could get that in half an hour. So that's like 3 hours at 260. Yeah, that's way more than I get. That's way more than I play.
50 to 300, you get 150 mil plus every 10 level above 260, it's 10 mil. Okay, so plus 10 mil every 10 levels.
Wait, so this is 1.5? Hang on, what is it saying here?
100, you get 150 mil plus every 10 level above 260, it's 10 mil.
150, but extra. Wait, so as soon as you level at 260, it goes down? Because at 259, we're at 380, right? 5 mil per level. Oh no, every 5 levels. Oh, fuck. Never mind. Every 5 levels. So it's also 60? It's up to 140 mil. Oh, God. 140 mil, we're at 6x. So that's 840, right? Am I high right now? 840. Yeah, so that's like barely an hour. Oh, never mind. So it's like an hour's worth of what we would have now, comparatively. Bruh. And then 1 point, and then 150. And he said, what, extra 100 every 10 levels? So probably only up to like 2 times.
Okay, so plus 10 level above 260, it's 10 mil. Okay, so plus 10 mil every 10 levels above 260. You basically takes about 5 hours.
So even Nero can only get 190?
Yeah.
Wait,
It
5?
basically takes about 5 hours to cap your Meso over here. Of course, yeah.
5 hours? Oh yeah, because it's like an hour equivalent now, but we'll get one fifth. Yeah, if you take 5 hours to cap, dude, it's just crazy how low those numbers are compared to like what we've gotten used to in Reboot GMS.
So now, this over here with this cap, here comes for the reboot change. Reboot Meso drop will be the same rate as regular WoW. Right? Okay. Meso is gonna be more important, and they're gonna implement more Meso sync like this. Not sure what they say they're gonna implement.
Whoa, Mesosync. This is not a Mesosync. That's not what this is. Mesosync is something you spend money on. This is something that you get money from. This is the opposite of a Mesosync. I don't know if he misspoke there or if he's... It means like things that you can earn money from, I think. Well, that's the main thing, right? That's the main thing that like mobile games do, and let's just face it, MapleStory is really just a glorified mobile game. Is that what they do is they have like a bunch of systems, a million... Excuse me. Still a bit sick. Million systems, and then every system has its own cap, so that you basically just 100%, you're like a blind dog that's being like led through a fucking maze by the devs, and they just determine exactly what you do every day and how you do it. And if you don't do it, you can do that, but then you're also just getting horribly behind, and you're not going to be able to keep up with the increased costs of the game and the wait times and whatever it is. So this is like another step towards... that limitation stuff is just another step towards them controlling your every single move and knowing exactly what you're going to do and when you're going to do it, because that's what they want you to be doing. That's this whole thing is just not... It's just not good. The whole like limiting... They're going to be like valuing your time, like, but them determining for you how much your time should be worth and what you should be doing at any single moment. I'm already feeling that too much now. Like, that's one of the major reasons why I'm really just trying to focus more on like the content stuff through like helping people and everything, rather than really playing for myself, because I don't... There's a lot of enjoyment of like what I would want to do myself has been kind of like drifting away, because it's more like, oh, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this, and it's getting harder and harder to just not... Like this daily I'm doing right now, like, you have to do this. Look at how much EXP this is. How much free EXP. You're just getting like 5% on level 258 for free. Like, it's ridiculous. You're gonna gain a level? It's like, oh, you have to do this event. Why? Oh, look, you get a potion. What do I type? Plundor? Give it to me. Level me up, daddy. Actually, it might actually be a level. I don't know. Oh, no, it's not a level at all. 88%. That's pretty good, though. Okay, let's continue.
More, right? Instead of making gradually changes, they're gonna make a radical change so that players can adapt to those. But of course, there will be a lot of variables that the economy, they will monitor it and look carefully with the players' feedback.
Yeah, KMS economy is
and
going
they
to be
will
wild.
change it from time to time. So this is basically the limit of how much mesos you can farm in a day. Right? So in order to implement this limit, they also wanted to combat bots and those farmers over there, right? So yeah, that's why, hence why this is the limit that's being implemented. 1 to 99, 20 mil.
Is it really that huge of a problem still? Yeah, they can't just ban all the bots, because then their player numbers plummet, right? So you'd rather keep the bots on, but put them on a limitation. So it seems like you're doing something against the bots while you can maintain all the high player numbers of all the bots in your servers. It's pretty smart, I guess.
And 40 mil, 80 mil plus every 5 levels you get extra 5 mil above 200, and then 150 mil every 10 levels above 260 you get extra 10 mil over there. So that's the cap over here.
Reboot doesn't have bots. Well, Reboot will have bots, but it's just like selfish people who just have no time, or just still trying to get the end game, trying to pretend and take all the glory like they actually spent a lot of time in the game when they didn't. We do have those people, of course. But yeah, we don't have like Chinese farmers coming and trying to like sell. It probably exists to some extent, but it's got to be way less lucrative. So it doesn't... The whole reboot change thing, it more has to do with like the general balance of the game and the direction they want to keep it for, and probably how much of their ass they want to cover because of the possible legality and stuff like that. But they... and again, they've noticed that if they do a lot of changes in non-Reboot and they don't do them for Reboot, then all the players just move from non-Reboot to Reboot again, because that's what they do in KMS. They actually, instead of just yelling and getting angry on Reddit, they actually follow through with their actions, and they actually either switch to different games, switch to different servers, or just, get completely upset and send like protest trucks. Like they really fight very hard over there. What'll happen is that when everyone just moves to Reboot, they'll lose a whole lot of money per user again. So they're trying to make it pretend like, okay, well, we're not going to take the money from the cubes anymore. Like we understand that. And then at the same time, Reboot has to also get cut down like a huge peg. Otherwise, everyone will just move to Reboot again, and they'll still lose extra money, not just on the cubes, but also on the people. The per person expenditure on Reboot is way lower than on non-Reboot, so they can't have a bunch of people move over.
Okay, so that's this table. Do remember, this table are basically the base rates over there.
But yeah, I imagine that KMS is like on fire right now, probably. so hopefully some of these things get revised before they actually get put into the game. This is like general things that they're trying to do. These guys are actually going to have to be in meetings and deciding things for all the money they're making, so that's good. But yeah, I imagine KMS is kind of in an uproar right now.
They did not take into consideration of the Meso percentage. They are the base to take note, yeah? Okay, now, they also talk about, they will look at user logs to make changes along the way. They are going to crack down on boarders and hackers, right? They are hiring a bunch of security experts to enforce like cybersecurity technology over here, right? To ensure that, well, of course, less boarders and hackers get into the game, right? So even after the Meso change, they are going to keep the open API, right? And also triple boss, triple drop, triple IED is actually possible, right? After this change.
Well, I hope you're all happy now. Now we can roll triple boss and triple IED. Actually, more outs we don't want. So now actually our rates of rolling what we want might go down. All right. That's cool shit. Thank you.
Right? This is going to be implemented next week in test server Tespia, January 18th. Right? Because the changes are so radical, they want to go through it.
Drop as well. Yeah, triple drop is super unnecessary. Plus, it's going to happen to like 1 in a bajillion people. Triple boss and triple IED will actually happen. Triple drop is just it's not going to happen.
And updated along the way. And of course, all these changes will
Can we even roll though? No, well, you won't be able to roll it because.
And they are gonna make changes to the main pod and ad pod as well in Q2.
Wait, so they immediately said that that's gonna. Hang on, we're talking over Steve here. They immediately said that it's gonna go in next week already.
Yeah, all right. And also, triple boss, triple drop, triple IED is actually possible, right? After this change, right? This is gonna be implemented next week in test server Tespia, January 18th.
Test server. Okay, thank God.
Because the changes are so radical, they want to go through it and update it along the way. And of course, all these changes will be completed by February. And they are gonna make changes to the main pod and ad pod as well in Q2. Okay. So not sure what changes they're gonna say, but they're gonna make changes over there. Okay. And of course, there's gonna be a miracle time for Sunday.
Yeah.
But they said they're gonna change it to EXP Sunday instead because they don't want to have this over here not changed yet. Then they go do miracle time, so they're gonna change it. All right. And they feel like aside from the probability being rigged, okay, the users have been disappointed.
Oh, rigged. Okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood what he said.
In the update, so they want to make up for it, so they're gonna make up for more meaningful update, and of course they're gonna have some compensation over here.
Jesus,
there's a separate notice about the compensation, okay, and of course they also mentioned that they apologize for it and not sure how to express it, but they are very, very sorry about this over here. So the notice about the compensation already been released over here. They just released it right after this end the stream. So basically, tomorrow onwards at 10 AM to January 23rd over here, all KMS players will be able to receive compensation over here with a max growth potion, 3 of them, Soul Erda, 10 Soul Erda, 300 Soul Erda fragments, it is untradeable. KMS Soul Erda fragments are actually tradable, but of course this one they give is untradeable. We got EXP exchange voucher over here, the EXP ticket, 9,999 of them. This is basically free 200 to 30. 3x EXP coupon for 30 minutes, got 20 of them. Symbol selector, 50 arcane symbol or 100 authentic symbol. Okay, choose among of both of them. And a special medal of honor, 50 of them. You got premium PC room outfit. Oh, what that is? Okay, we never got this over here, man. So this is like really the first ever they're gonna put in here. Like Soda fragment. Yeah, this one is just crazy stuff. Manic Queen slot expansion and.
Why do we care about any kind of compensation? It's gonna fucking.
Insane. This is the most insane compensation that we have ever had. But of course, for a lot of players that actually lose out a lot of.
Wait, what else is there in compensation? Because this is definitely not the most insane compensation we've ever had. I remember getting 14,000 flames. And about, what, 8 million honor EXP? When I never bought a flame on my account in my life, that was only for my bossing flames.
Money?
Compensation is all the free time you get when you go play another game, true.
Real money because of the cube. Cube is using real money to
The
cube.
Call of Dragon stream
this
now.
compensation to them is literally nothing, to be honest. Right? I gotta say.
Oh,
you can
okay.
See, like, there was a stat that over there. I'm not sure if that's true.
Okay, it says it all the time, and he means like super positive. Okay, I didn't know that he meant that it was really bad. My
Or
bad.
not. Players every month, right? The top 5 spenders like 20,000 USD used on cubes only per month. Man, like what the hell? That's insane. That's legitly.
The top 5. Okay, but yeah, top 5 is those are like beluga, humpback whale levels of. Those are the top 5 spend 20,000 USD a month on just cubes. I'm gonna imagine though that what they spend on cubes versus everything else is probably the vast majority though.
Insane over there, right? So yeah, these are basically the changes over here. Okay, so very important part, which is basically this over here, the cube.
Over where?
Right, no longer be able to purchase using cash. Is all mesos. Yeah, all of mesos over here. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. Hope you guys get some insights on the rundown what's going on in Korean MapleStory right now. I'm not sure if this is going to be implemented in overseas servers or not. They did not mention anything, but from the looks of how overseas change up their cubes,
The cubes, yeah, it
updates,
seems
I don't
they might
think
keep
so.
it separate.
Don't quote me
Yeah,
on that. We will get more details.
but even if they do keep
in
it separate,
the near future.
for how
And
long?
Of course, the reboot Meso drop rate and everything. These are all in KMS only. Alright, we are not sure if GMS is gonna get them or other servers gonna get them or not. Okay, mainly GMS is the one heavily affected from the reboot, because in TMS reboot is basically regular world. You use cash to buy your stuff as well. So
yeah, TMS is the same.
it's the same thing. But GMS is heavily affected for the reboot Meso's changeover, because
They have like Maple Point.
As
TMS has like a kind of similar to Maple Point system, not exactly the same, but similar, where they can use that to safeguard items up to 25 in like a reboot server. It's fucking wild.
So yeah, we're gonna see how does this goes on for overseas servers, but in KMS, this is basically what is being explained. And next we're gonna take a look at it in the test server. Then we're gonna know more details. Of course, this is not really the final changes. They say that this we're gonna monitor it and they're gonna update it accordingly, according to the economy, or how the economy works over there. Yeah, and yeah, during the announcement, the Meso rate actually went up. Even right now as well, it actually went up. Yeah, it was hovering about 2.8 to 2.9k, but during the announcement, the stream, it went up to 3.8. Yeah.
Everyone holding.
now
Hey,
it's
I'm still holding my
3.5,
Mesos
so-
in non-reboot, baby.
possibly.
playing the long game. All of those.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how does the
All of those arcanes
players think
selling.
about this, and in the next few coming weeks, everybody. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, leave a
Tuning in. Oh, leave what?
subscribe and stay awesome, everybody. Stay safe. And your boy just reached level 280 over here, everybody. Hell yeah.
Congrats, Steve.
Just
Good
reached
job, bro.
280 like a few minutes ago. I just rushed finished this thing and just got my wow.
Wow. Good job, dude. Hell yeah, look at that huge sack he has.
Level 280, everybody. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. As always, leave a thumbs up, subscribe. Stay awesome, everybody. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Good job, Steve. Bye-bye. Yeah, so, oh, man. Yeah, so big takeaways is, it's Tespia. Okay, so be careful for people out there yelling a whole bunch of stuff. Ignore everyone who's saying, we are getting this, because you don't know. We could be getting this. Yes, take it into account. We'll start running for the hills. Grab your pitchforks, but don't set them on fire just yet, you know. Main things. Whatever happens to, like, Cap, Meso, all of that stuff, oof, that I don't feel like that should ever go through. That's like, that's such a, no, don't do that. We saw that even like a Soul Urta Cap, which wouldn't really affect people even that much, was already this much counter. But the messages for Reboot changing, that really can completely not affect us whatsoever. Truly, depending on what happens to the boss crystal value for us. So that could be completely compensated and offset by that. The downside is, of course, then if it does, you're 100% relegated to having to do boss moves all the time, which is not something that everybody wants to do. Some people just want to be able to just grind all day on one character and have it be somewhat similar, or have those rates mean enough to be able to coast off of, so you don't feel forced to have to do it any other way. So even then, it would be a downside in that direction. But if you're more of a balanced player who does like a little bit more of both, because it seemed what Steve said, yeah, it sounds about right, that it would take like 5 to 6 hours to like cap on those mesos, which is, you know, again, more than like 99% of the players play. But for the 1% of players who play more than that, it's gonna stick a huge fucking hit in the face. So yeah, we'll have to keep a close eye on this coming to so usually I don't like to just go over other people's content in that regard, like other people's videos like that, but just Steve's always early with these things, and he knows the Korean and everything, so that's easier for him to do. I don't know if Max posts on Orangemushroom, we'll definitely go over that as well, see if there's any significant extra information there that we need to know. He might wait until it actually goes into Tespia, because there's like another week until it goes into Tespia, and then we have all the details, but it seemed like they already showed all the numbers. But yeah, so this specifically like a KMS reaction to the laws and the stuff that happened there. Like Steve said, and I definitely agree with him, is that because they gave all of the regions different cubes, it could totally mean that they don't do anything for any of the other regions, because it's like, well, it's different cubes, it's, you know, different rates, it's different numbers, like we can just keep those completely separate, and it'll be easier for them as well to use that as an excuse and as a way to tell their Korean players, like, well, you know, you guys don't have to worry about the other region doing the other thing, because they have different rates and they have different rules and everything. But that brings us back to the other point, is like, it's going to then be trickier and trickier again to keep the balance between the regions, the more differences they arise between them. And then it's going to be one of those movements where we go like further apart from each other, and then inevitably we're going to have to start tightening the belt and get closer to each other again, until we get too close, and then we have to drift farther apart again. Yeah, I don't know. What decisions they end up making, I think it's going to depend a lot on Korea's response here, on the player base, on how they respond to everything. And I hope that that's, you know, whatever it is, hope that that's unified. But, I mean, I can kind of imagine what it might be. But, yeah, we'll see how they get it in the test server. But yeah, like a non-reboot, not being able to, this is moving. Oh yeah, because we're on it. That's just my chat now there. Yeah, we'll have to see in the next coming days how, next few days, how Korea is responding to this, and then when it actually goes into the, I don't know if it's even going make it into the test server like this, because Koreans are definitely very vocal if they don't like something. And they probably can get the whales on their side very easily with this kind of stuff. So yeah, are those going to be just all? What are whales going to do? They're just going to buy mesos now instead of. But yeah, the meso rates will be wild, and then the amount of maple points that they can take off of all of the meso transactions will be much higher as well. So they'll make a lot more money in that way. It's going to be interesting. This is more like a side thing and more like an experimental thing. But as you guys know, I used to play in Barra a long time ago, and then I stopped playing like a bit after Big Bang because that just killed the game. And then when I came back in 2016, I did a little bit of the reward points in Reboot that you can spend and then spend them on cubes for the little bit of time that Belgium could still buy cubes in the cash shop, because we have laws against gambling stuff for minors online, and since in order to comply with that, Nexon had to remove pretty much all the RNG items in the cash shops. If you go into my cash shop, it's empty essentially. I mean, I could show you, but yeah, there's basically nothing in there because all of the RNG items are taken out because it's accessible to minors, right? And yeah, long story short, I made some nice items, made some money, basically traded it all for Maple points in the market, and then used that for Maple Tour when that came out in Reboot to make a lot of money there. Do like the full 7 runs for a little over a year with that money. And then I had like 3 bill or something left. 3.3 bill, I still remember. No, 4.3 bill, sorry, 4.3 bill. And I took 3.3 bill of that money to buy arcane weapons when I saw the KMS change coming, that it was going to be in boxes instead of weapon drops. And I figured, well, all of the super cheap items are going to have to go up in huge percentages in value because everyone's just going to pick up the expensive items in the boxes, right? So I bought 333 weapons. It just happened to be like that for an average of about 10 mil each. Yeah, that's how much they were. A bunch of them under 10 mil. Some like up to like 50 or something. But most of them are like between 5 and 15 mil. And I've sold most of them, not all, but I've sold most of them now. And I'm up to, so I went down to 1 bill, and then now I'm back up to I think 68. I think just from selling those so far. So if those mesos end up becoming like worth a whole bunch more again later, it'll be very interesting to have gone through all of the. Don't look at my NX, okay? So you see, yeah, SSB, Wonderberry, Maple Reward Shop. I bought that out. Special, Chance Sale, Magic Wagon, Thread Shop. Like this is what and then. To add on top of that, like the changes that China is doing with login rewards and with the way that they deal with tiers and mobile games and all that stuff, I think in general we're in interesting times in terms of how developers have to change their game to cater to their users, but also to the laws of the countries where those users are. And I think we're going to see a lot of shifts, not just in MapleStory or in Nexon games, but in games overall. I think in the next few years, especially if laws in like the US or something follow, but that's probably not going to happen in the US because you actually need young people to vote, and they don't. So, but who knows? Maybe in the next few years they'll realize that over there. You guys will realize because most of you are probably young American voters, and you can, hopefully we can see like a shift happening towards not just listening to the user base, but more like respecting the user base just in general, instead of just saying, oh, we know it takes time to build back the respect, and just say that over and over again. It doesn't seem like they're making decisions that show that too hard. So hopefully we can start seeing those in the near distant future. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think. I'll read the chat out in here, but thanks for watching the video, and we'll have a discussion here continued on stream. See you next one. Bye.